Hello everybody, I am Shepples and welcome back to Let's Play Penumbra Overture, where we've just escaped a giant worm from eating our faces. Now, okay, I've got the chemicals, that's dandy. Now I need to figure out where I'm going. Right. I'm guessing I'm going to the incinerator. Why is there two section B's? Well, either way I'm turning left up here. Which is this way. Yeah. I want to go straight on for a minute. I just want to see why there's two ways to section B. There must be some abstract reasoning for it, I have to say. Yes, this is the other way to section B. Don't know why. The door has been forged shut. It will never open again. Okay, that's why. So I guess we're heading to the incinerator then. Because I went in there and back out, so to the incinerator we go. Yay! Fun! Oh boy. Yes, the crowbar! Good.
Where are you, my shiny knight? Have you really made it this far? I wait, and yet the pot never boils. I remain trapped in my den of iniquity. Perhaps the gods have toyed with me once more. Sentenced me to yet more years in this place of eternal nightlight. But now, maybe my ill advice has ended you. Have you rung death's doorbell? Please don't leave poor Ren all alone once more, like all the others.
Don't worry, Red, I'm on the way. Bear with me. I'm coming to save you, you fucking lunatic. In your rather psychotic and unusual ways. Well, right, here's our little chemistry lab, isn't it? Okay. I think we're getting close to the end of this part anyway. This is only chapter 1. Or episode 1 if you will. Don't like the way I'm getting 2 bottles of painkillers, mind you. Right. Here we go with another puzzle of putting chemicals together. There, it's me. I'm inside that box and outside it. I can't get things straight in my head. Got some string, which is a fuse actually, not string. Now, put that up there. I need to turn the valve. Perhaps I could use this burner to manufacture a makeshift chemical bomb, if I had the right chemicals. That's right, so I need to go to our little book of explosives. Explosives. Done. This is a bit of a guessing game, I think. There we go. I think that's it, so long as I'm careful and moving it. Yeah, we can easily like blow ourselves to kingdom come here. I I actually have to physically carry this. So I do, and I actually have to bring it right up to where the cave-in is. Which is easier said than done, I have to say. Easy does it, cheeky monkey. This is the hard one. There we go. Now, we need to put this juicy little mixture right here. Need to add a fuse to it. And light this motherfucker up. And run like the clappers. There we go. I'm coming, Red. I'm coming. Red. Are you here? Red. Locked. Red.
Good evening. You actually came. There is much that should leave my throat box now, but words elude me. You came, you are so pretty, but I have been bad. The underworld already beckons me, so I suppose one further misdemeanor will change little. It is false pretension, and not guiding light with which I have led you here. I cannot give you the answers you want. You may wish to find what it is you seek, but that is a fiction. You cannot know what it is you sought through the vast leaden doorway, or else you would seek anything else in the world. No, the key stays with me, in here. So the life that has led me, horrible as it may be, is better still than the life that waits for you, hungry behind those doors. As replacements go, you shall be admirably abnormal. But you must wonder why this metal burning chamber is talking to you, and the voice you knew only as Red. For it is I, your companion, residing within. You see, I have waited for this day so many years. They won't let me die. The parts of my head are not my own. And I cannot take my life. It is against the rules. Please, the pain has gone on for so long. All I wanted was a friend, but now the time for chit-chats and marshmallows by the fire has ended. And I hope that soon so shall my life. I have knocked on the death's door for so long. Please, let him invite me in for tea.
Yep. We're going to incinerate him. Oh boy. I feel... It makes you feel bad doing this, but... Rest in peace, Red. Red, I'm so sorry. Whatever happened to you down here, it's over now. Which is all that remains of my only friend down here. Yeah. That... doesn't get any easier. That scene. Even with it being the second time I've seen it, that scene does not get any easier. Red, liberty or death, let me die. Our head is hurting, please. Get out. Red is dead. Death, get out. Yeah. It'll all become sort of more clear as time goes on. Ugh. What the hell is that? Leaving out how Red managed to catch and kill this thing is quite clearly inedible. Poor guy must have been close to starving to death. Ugh. can see now Red sitting here guiding me. I probably wouldn't be standing here now if it wasn't for him. Why did he have to leave me down here alone? My dearest friend, how are you? I am as well as can be expected. I have some sad news though. A few days ago there was some kind of collapse and some of the ceiling of the cave fell in on me. What scares me is that I was in an off-limits part of the mine. They may not look for me here, but if they do, and they find me, I'll be in so much trouble. But I don't think I'll have to worry about that because I'm not sure I'm getting out of here. I don't mind so much. I've been working in the mine for about 3 weeks now, and I'm really proud that I can send money home. But it's pretty tough work, and so far, you're the only person that's really been nice to me. Plus, I have some nice company down here. There's some friendly kind of creepy crawlies and some books I brought from home that I was taking to the rec room. If you think about it, I was really quite lucky I had all this stuff with me, otherwise I'd be bored stiff. As it is, I have Shakespeare, Bronte, don't know what that is, sorry, perfect bedtime reading. Although I suppose I might be trapped here long enough that I have read them twice. I always used to ask my mum how long people survive without food and things. I read how some people can survive underwater for over 5 minutes and some people last in the desert for weeks. But she always said you had 3 minutes of air, 3 days of water, etc. I suppose I'll probably find out soon enough. I guess if I had to, I could find food around the place. Like I said, there's all sorts of creatures here, but they're better off as my friends than my lunch. I wonder whether I shall starve to death or go cave crazy first. Neither sounds too much fun, I guess, but if I had to choose, I'd say I'd want to go mad. It sounds like an adventure. Tom Redwood, proper mine worker, December 1970. And hence where the name Red came from. Age 14. Shit. 1970. He's been down here 30 years. He's actually been down here alone for 30 fucking years. That poor bastard. Well, Jesus, from the stench, I think this may have been his toilet. Yeah, well, he needs some sort of toilet, alright. No wonder he was getting hungry. What a final meal. Rations, slugs. Still knowing Red, perhaps he enjoyed them. Ah, it's an electrical panel. Funny place to have one. Electricals, maybe running out to the door. There we go. And there's the noose. Hard to say, but was... 1 second. Explorers as well and test his clippings. So Red was the one that went missing. So he's been down here since 1970. That's 30 years he's been down here. I'm wondering if this was him too. Hard to say. I'm not entirely sure, but it's possible. He had to have gotten around somehow. So, yeah. I can't get a hold of it. I need something to lever it up. Crowbar! As I stepped into the mouth of the underground facility, there should have been questions, fears, doubts running through me. Instead, I was torn in two. Part of me I felt had died, along with my only ally and friend. His final words had raised more questions than they'd answered, and I couldn't get his screams for help out of my head, despite knowing deep down that the pain I had caused Red was itself all the help I could have offered him. I was alone again, but I had nothing to do other than press on into the unknown. If I'd felt so bad about Red, I should have listened to him and stayed where I was. I would trade his fate 100 times for my own. The other side of me was looking forward to what might await me in my continued journey. I felt sure that I would soon find some clues or other to my father's fate, and that he was inextricably linked to everything that was happening. I also couldn't help but suspect that everything I had seen up until that point was just a symptomatic of whatever lay beyond the threshold. I know now I was right. Welcome to the shelter. Established 1973. Elevated Caste 4, Chief Staff 6, Lower Caste 39, Temporary 8, Total Population 57. Key members: Chief Overseer Wilbur Frisk, 80 to present. Bren Stafferson, 73 to 80. Chief Chemist Neil Oswald. Troy Britanesque, rest in peace, 91. Construct Unit Pierre Petit, 72 to 79. Chief Xeno Officer to be announced Richard Archburg, rest in peace, 92. Excavations Unit to be announced. Technology Unit Darren Gray Rod Smith, or Smythe, because there's an E on the end of it. Away Team MIA, missing in action. Head Chief Benito Carlo. Chief Translator Howard Lafresque, 73 to present. Last updated 1802 2000. Please have your identity documents ready. So it was only just recently updated then. Oh dear. Can I? Oh dear. With that, the man who had first descended into the mine was no more, and so began my next chapter. To be continued. Penumbra Overture, Episode 1. So that is Penumbra Overture, the first of the 3 episodes. And of course by Frictional Games, who made Amnesia The Dark Descent also. Overall I really enjoyed Penumbra Overture. There was a couple of annoying parts in it, like some of those sort of insta-death situations, but apart from that, like it's really good. The puzzles are, excuse me, the puzzles are pretty good. They're not sort of so easy that you'd just sort of like, okay, this is the answer, and they're not so hard that you're there taxing your brain for ages. The answer is always in front of you. You just have to figure it out. But overall, like, it's a good story. I like the story behind it. It's quite interesting. Red was probably an interesting was probably a very interesting character because of the fact that he was kind of you know, he had gone insane from being alone for so many years. But as the story unfolds, I think there's going to be more to Red, because he was going on about voices in his head and things like that. And I don't know whether that has something more. I do remember something about that in the second chapter, so I think there's more to it. I haven't played the whole second episode, I've only played a little bit of it, but I think there's a connection there as well. There's basically, this is just the introduction as to what is actually really going on. What we do know so far is that there's something alien going on because of the xenotechnology, because of the xeno research guys, xenologists, or whatever way you want to put it. So they've discovered something alien and something has gone wrong, obviously. That's what we know so far. And I will be, of course, doing episode 2. I'll probably do it near enough straight away, so you don't have to worry. I'm going to do all 3 pretty much in succession of each other. But overall, it's long enough for an episodic game, I suppose you could say. I mean, it's taken this 10th part now, so yeah, I mean, it lasted long enough. That is for sure. I wouldn't call it scary like Amnesia was. I would call it more psychological than Amnesia. It is a horror game to a degree, but I think it's more about a story than anything else here. Whilst Amnesia kind of aimed a little bit more towards scaring and shocking the player, as opposed to this, which is more about an intriguing story, more so than a horror. That's the way I see it. Like, I don't really find the game scary in any shape or form. I didn't the first time I played it either. I found it more of an intriguing sort of adventure more than anything, and you just had to avoid the danger. And they kind of built that up for Amnesia. They used this and built the feedback that they got from this to make Amnesia, which was quite a scary game. And yeah, I really like Penumbra. I think it's a great game from what I've played of it so far. Penumbra Overture is good. The combat system, don't even try it. I'm telling you now, don't even try it. It doesn't work. It's horrible to use, and you'll just end up getting killed the whole time, so don't bother with it. As you saw, I didn't even really bother with the combat system in this. But yeah, I mean, I got this on GOG. You have the entire collection there, so you have all 3 games, so it's well worth the buy. It often goes on sale. I got it on a sale, like I got most of my games on GOG during Insomnia sales and just things like that, so yeah, check it out. I mean, if you haven't played it, do check it out on GOG. I really recommend it. It's a really good game. It's got a really good it's got a really good story to it. It's not particular horror, it's just an interesting story and a pretty good adventure. And I will be continuing on into the next episode very soon. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, and have fun.